everyone, welcome back to Gracie May's Tarot. So today we're doing a singles love prediction. What is next for you in love? We're going to keep it pretty open-ended, so whatever messages want to come through can come through. We're going to be pulling some tea leaf cards to get some months of the year to see when this could possibly be happening for you. And yeah, so we have 3 groups to choose from today. So for pile 1, we have the Crystal Kitty Cat. For pile 2, we have the Pinky Kitty Cat. And for pile 3, we have the Blueberry Cat. So take a moment, pause the video if you need to, meditate on the groups. The timestamps are listed below in the description box, just like always, and let's get into it. Alright, all my pile 1s, if you chose the Crystal Kitty Cat, welcome to your reading. We're actually going to look at this oracle card at the very end. And I'm really excited because I got the Pastel Journey Tarot deck recently, and this is my first time filming with it. I've loved this deck for so long, so I'm so excited to add it to my collection. I think it might be my new favorite deck, but I highly recommend it. If you've been thinking about getting it for yourself, I think it was worth it. It's a really beautiful deck. Okay, so pile 1, all my singles, what is next for you in love, pile 1. And a big thank you to my guides and your guides for coordinating these messages for us today. Pile 1, what can you expect next in love, pile 1. What is next in love for pile 1, singles, pile 1, what is next in love? We've got the 4 of Cups here. We've got the Death card. And we'll just get one more card to round it out. Ooh, Judgment. Okay, so bottom of the deck here we have the Queen of Swords. So I'm seeing this as your energy currently. So you don't have to resonate with any particular gender, but this is talking about energy, right? So this is divine feminine energy, but you're presenting with this Queen of Swords, which can sometimes in a love reading signal that you're coming off as maybe a little bit intimidating, maybe a little bit closed off, maybe a little bit guarded. Now, the Queen of Swords is a very empowered person. She definitely holds her boundaries. She holds like pretty high standards, and she's very protective of herself and her feelings, right? And she expresses herself, she articulates herself very well, but she also, to me, out of all of the queens, also tends towards a bit of masculinity, right? So even though she's this divine feminine, she's the Queen of Swords. She has this sword. So there's like this sort of like phallic imagery that comes out with the Queen of Swords, which again like reminds me of that masculinity. But I think that can be a little bit intimidating because this is someone who really knows their worth, and sometimes those boundaries and that self-protection can come off as like walls. You can come off as a bit guarded, a bit intimidating, and it's just because you know your worth and you're not willing to settle for less. But sometimes it can also be, you know, a little bit intimidating to approach you, especially because this is also someone who can speak up for themselves, stand up for themselves, someone who's not afraid to speak their mind. And that again, like that boldness can be a bit intimidating. So I feel like that's the energy that you're presenting with, especially with the Death here. There's again like you just standing in your power, but some days you may be overdoing it a little bit where you are a bit guarded and you're not willing to have that emotional vulnerability. And I say that also because with the 4 of Cups here, it seems like there's also this sense of boredom, this sense of dissatisfaction. You know, you're wanting change, you're wanting things to move in a certain direction, but there is this feeling of being stuck. And I think part of that is that self-protection. You're sort of in this cocoon. I think you have Selena Gomez's song. How does it go? Her revival song, I think it is, where she says she's been under self-restoration. That's the energy that's coming through here, this idea of self-restoration with death, because you are transforming, you are going through this deep process of healing, of transmuting that shadow work that you've done in the past. Because I do feel like you're due for good karma with judgment here. You're due for a gift from the universe. The problem is, it looks like this gift is trying to come in, but for whatever reason, you're not recognizing it. And I think it's because of this Queen of Swords, like guarded energy. You're not realizing the gift that's coming in for you. And maybe that's because it hasn't physically materialized, but it's on its way. And there's this need for you to sort of round out your healing and start to step out of your comfort zone. Put down your sword and be a little bit more emotionally vulnerable, a little bit more open to new experiences. That's sort of the message that's coming through here. Let's get some love sketch oracle cards here. Let's see if we can find out some more information. What is next for pile 1 in love? I mean, given that we have judgment here, and you have the Four of Cups with a new opportunity coming in, the idea of good karma, I mean, all of that to me is, and death signifies a massive change, right? So I feel like it's sort of waiting for your external circumstances to catch up with all this healing that you've done. You've done the internal work, now you're waiting for the external reward to come through. That's the energy that I'm getting. Kiss of love. Let's get one more card for pile 1 singles. What is next in love for pile 1 singles? Okay. So we have kiss of love. Your lover's soul met your soul through a kiss. He is yours forever. Don't worry, his soul will find his way back to you. He still feels you. And we have speak up. Someone is not expressing their true feelings. Problems would get solved and your love life would be easier if both of you were open and honest. Okay, these kind of sound like there is someone from your past or someone that you used to know. Doesn't necessarily have to be an ex. Could be someone that you had a situationship with, an encounter, someone that you had a crush on in the past, but maybe you never acted upon it. Yeah, it looks like you're sort of at a stalemate with someone else, and one of you needs to make the first move. One of you needs to speak up because there is this mutual attraction that is here. Now, for those of you who are like, I have no idea who that could be, this could be talking about a past life connection, but I think for the majority of you, this is someone who, yeah, you had some sort of connection with in the past, and you want them back, they want you back, but neither one of you is willing to articulate that. That would explain that Queen of Swords energy, that like, I'm strong, independent, I don't need anyone, and I'm not willing to be emotionally vulnerable. Yeah, there's a need for you to speak up. The Queen of Swords is very articulate. She is someone who can speak her mind, but she's not the Queen of Cups, right? Like, she'll speak up, but not about necessarily matters of the heart. So I think maybe you need to let some of that Queen of Cups energy in as well. Yeah, maybe this Four of Cups, someone is trying to return to you, but you're not seeing it. You're not willing to accept that that could be a possibility. Maybe you're in denial about it. Let's get some more information about this. This is interesting. Pile 1. What is next for you in love, please, Spirit? Pile 1. What is next for pile 1? Singles in love. Okay. See, this is why we always get clarification here. So 2 possibilities, 2 ways that I could read this. So for some of you, it is someone from your past that is a divine counterpart, a divine soulmate, You've shared multiple past lives together. You're karmically linked because you got judgment in the beginning, so there's an element here of karma. And when you go through this healing phase, this person is going to return to your life when you complete the death card energy, when you complete the healing. You've got really healing twice here, right? When you complete that energy, this person will return to you. You will now recognize them as your soulmate because before you weren't able to see it. You weren't able to recognize them as your soulmate because you needed to heal. There were maybe some limiting beliefs that you had to clear out, some old wounds that you had to clear out, trust issues that you had to clear out, so you could now see this person clearly and they are revealed to you as your soulmate, and you have a new fresh start in love, and this person will be your next partner, okay? For others of you though, this is a past life connection, and when you resolve your karma and you go through this healing process, you will then call in a new person into your life, but this new person is someone that you share history with, but that history is past life connection history, okay? Someone that you knew in multiple past lives, their divine counterpart. This is a soulmate connection, maybe possibly a twin flame connection if you resonate with that, but I think for most of you, this is soulmate energy, and this is someone that you will have a new love with in this lifetime. Okay, so this says healing. You are in a phase of healing your heart. This can be from a current event or any old emotional pattern that needs to be released. This is a time for self-care. So self-care would help you sort of go through that healing process a bit more smoothly, a bit more quickly. And we have divine counterpart. This person is your divine counterpart. You are connected with each other on an astral level. This connection helps to raise the vibration on earth. You will create positive things together. That makes a lot of sense. Like if you're already connecting with this person on the astral level, that could be what this kiss of love was talking about. Like, I know you, but I don't know you. You know, like I can sense your energy before I see you in the physical. That kind of energy. And we have new love. A new door to love will soon open for you. New love for you is on the way. This can also be a new phase in a relationship. Enjoy the excitement. So yeah, like I said, there are two narratives that are presenting here. And you know, like multiple people are watching this reading, so just take whichever one resonates. But I would say, like, if there's no one from your past that you could possibly think of that would be returning, then you know this is talking about past life soulmate energy. Okay, let's get some more. We're going to use the Love Story Oracle. What is next for pile one singles in love? I think this is looking very positive, very positive. And I love that we got these messages of healing, because that tells me when this person comes in, there's an element of divine timing. So you're going to be ready for this person. You're going to be ready for them. Yeah, I think confusion is definitely your current energy here. Yeah, I think you're sort of really mixed up, I think, about how to balance, because healing is difficult, right? It's a tricky process. Like, you don't want to go from one extreme to another. You know, like you don't want to go from being a doormat who wears like their heart on their sleeve and is overly compassionate and gets hurt all the time and has no boundaries. Like, you don't want to be that energy, but you also don't want to be someone who is so guarded with so many walls. No one can get close to me. I've got like chains around my heart. Like, no one will ever see like my softer side. Like, you don't want to do either of those. And it's almost like you have to balance out that divine feminine and that divine masculine. You have to be a divine counterpart for yourself in order for you to call in your soulmate, in order for you to be ready for this next partner, because there is an element here of this is a divinely supported connection. So your next partner is meant to be sort of the reward for clearing out these old patterns that are no longer serving you. And so it's not meant to be like a punishment that is taking so long, or it feels like it's taking so long for this person to come in, but more so that it's meant for your highest good. Like, we want this connection to last. We don't want you to keep falling into the same old cycles. And then trust. I feel like this is more so the universe saying, like, you trust us, right? Like, you trust us to handle this because this is already in motion. Okay, like this is already in the process of being sent to you. This is already in the works. It's behind the scenes. You're not seeing it yet with the Four of Cups. You're not seeing what is being sort of packaged all nicely with a little bow. Like you're not seeing this gift from the universe yet, but we're asking you to feel grateful before it even comes in. Like, we don't want you to be miserable while you're waiting. We want you to enjoy this healing process and see it as something that is for you, not something that is meant to, make you feel stuck or make you feel stagnant. Okay, let's actually see. I wasn't going to do this, but let's just get some zodiac signs and see what potential zodiac sign this next partner could be. What are some possibilities, some significant zodiac placements? What could be the sun sign of their next partner for pile 1 singles, please, Spirit? Pile 1 singles. I'll get more than one because obviously not all of you have the same. I love that Gemini came out because I said that I was feeling soulmate energy. Gemini in the major arcana is associated with the lovers, which is soulmate energy. So I love that that came out for you. And I think also, like, if you're in that Queen of Swords energy, you would really like a Gemini because they're someone who, very mercurial, right? Like, they're great speakers. Ooh, I love this too because Gemini and Sagittarius are opposite signs. They're sort of the mirror image of each other flipped. So again, like soulmate energy that is coming through. Love that for you. Bottom of the deck here we have Aquarius. So possibility here for an air sign for sure. And then Sagittarius is fire. But these are possibilities for who this next person could be. Honestly, all of these are very sociable signs. Like Aquarius is about the collective, is about the group. Aquarius is very innovative, someone who's very unique, someone who's not afraid to be themselves. Gemini is someone who is very fun-loving, optimistic, very high energy, like very restless energy, very funny. To me, Gemini, they're the comedians, right? They're the jokesters. And then Sagittarius, that's very bold energy. They're the heat that scatters from the fire. They make people feel warm. They're the loudest in the room. They're the sort of the life of the party. So yeah, I feel like these are all really great possibilities for you, pile 1. Let's find out some significant months for when this person can come in. I'll get 3 months, and if you're feeling drawn to one pile, you can not one pile, one card, you can claim that card or you can claim all 3, whichever is calling to you. So we've got September, pile 1 singles, we've got January, and we have June. So these are, I'll just put these in order. These are the possibilities for when this person could come in. And then let's see what your oracle card is, and this will wrap up your reading. So we have We Are Nature, becoming grounded, embodiment, living in connection. So I feel like this is what Spirit is wanting you to do. They're like, listen, while you're waiting for this person to come in, get out in nature, spend some time connecting with Mother Gaia, get grounded, maybe do some meditation outside, go for a nice walk in a park, have a picnic outside, go take pictures of flowers, go visit a botanical garden if you have access to that, go by the beach, by a lake if you're near water, if that's a possibility for you, take your dog for a walk, like whatever the case may be, go read a book outside, just get outside into nature. This is going to be part of that healing journey. It's going to feel very restorative to you, and hey, you might even meet this person. You might even encounter them outside. Maybe your divine counterpart really loves being out in nature. Maybe they love being outdoors. So that could be like preparing you for this connection. But yeah, that's all I'm getting for pile 1. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you always know when I upload. Let me know if you would like to see more singles videos. I think this is my first ever like singles love reading. So definitely let me know if you want to see more, because I am happy to make more. And I will see you guys in my next one. Please take care, pile 1. Alright, on my pile 2s who chose the Pinky Cat, welcome to your reading. I'm going to put this to the side because we will look at that oracle card at the very end of your reading. So let's get our tarot cards going. I was telling pile 1 I just got this deck recently. It's the Pastel Journey Tarot deck. You've probably seen it all over YouTube. I love it so much. I've had my eye on it for a while, but I just wanted to let you guys know, if you're on the fence and you've been thinking about getting it yourself, I highly recommend it. I love it so much. It may be my new favorite tarot deck. That's a bold statement to make, but because I have a lot of decks, but I do really enjoy it a lot. Okay. So, pile 2, let's find out what is next for you in love. Pile 2 singles, what is next for you in love? A big thank you to my guides and your guides for coordinating these messages. Pile 2 singles, what is next for you in love, please, Spirit? Pile 2 singles, what is next for you in love? Okay, we have the King of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Wands. Let's get one more card, please, Spirit. For pile 2. Ooh, the Sun. Oh my gosh, I love this for you. I love this so much. Okay. So bottom of the deck with the Hierophant, I will say it could be that the next person you meet, the next like serious love connection you have, could end up being the person that you marry. Now, if you're not planning on getting married anytime soon, like that seems like way out of the realm of possibility, this could just be signaling that your next like significant connection is going to unfold in a very traditional way. So it's going to be where you go out on a date, you know, you go out on several dates. Okay, now we've decided that we're going to be in a committed, exclusive relationship. You know what I mean? Like, it's not going to be something that's non-traditional. So whatever traditional sort of means to you is like what you could expect, okay, from this next connection. But it's not going to be like sort of a random meeting or something that is polyamorous, so to speak. Like, this would be an exclusive relationship, okay? Now, I'm seeing this King of Pentacles as the person who is coming through to offer you love. And I say that just because of the way the King of Pentacles is depicted here, where it looks like they're handing this like diamond, this like diamond pentacle. That's what it looks like to me. So this is the person that you could expect to make you a love offer. So this is divine masculine energy. This is Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. With the King of Pentacles, especially with the way it's depicted here, seems like someone who is very self-assured, but it's sort of this laid-back confidence. Like, you can see everything that I've achieved. You can see my success, so I don't have to brag about it. I don't have to broadcast it. My confidence is evident in my accomplishments, you know, and especially with the King of Pentacles, certain like status symbols. So this could signal like they wear a really nice watch, or the way they dress just looks expensive. You know, it's the way they present themselves, but it's also the way they carry themselves. You know, they stand tall, you know, shoulders back, like they're very poised. Yeah, it's that quiet confidence. They don't have to be the loudest in the room. They don't have to make a lot of noise, but people notice them because it's that quiet self-assurance that sort of commands respect, I would say. So this is like your future partner that's coming through. Now with the Nine of Wands, I feel like this is a little bit of your energy and their energy. And I say that because the King of Pentacles can tend towards being a workaholic. And I feel like they put in a lot of effort. They are like go, go, go in everything that they do. And so that can like lead to exhaustion, right? You, on the other hand, I feel like this is more emotional in nature for you. I feel like emotionally, you feel like you've been put through it. You feel like you've been put through the ringer. And it may not necessarily just be in love. It could just be in connections in general. Like you've just had a lot of disappointments, maybe even with family and friends. It's a general reading, so it's going to vary. But there's just this feeling of, I'm tired. Like I am still holding out hope. I'm still defending my sense of hope and my belief in love, but I'm getting quite tired of it. I'm getting a bit exhausted. Like I'm trying to manifest my next partner. I'm trying to believe that good people exist and that I can find love and that there is someone out there for me, but I'm feeling tired. I'm feeling exhausted, and it's getting hard to hold on to my faith because I'm like, when is this going to happen? And then this right here is really Spirit's reassurance that it's coming. Like, hold on to your optimism, hold on to your faith, because the sun is coming. Happiness is returning to you. The light is coming back in. This is very like darkness. Like I can't see through anything. And then the sun comes in, right? So this is like you're in that final battle. Nine of Wands talks about the final battle, okay? And victory is on the other side of that final battle. Like if you could just be a little bit more patient, like just hold on just a little while longer. Someone good is coming in. Just hold out just a little bit longer, Spirit is saying. Okay, let's get some love story sketch oracle cards for you guys. Pile 2 singles. What can pile 2 singles expect in love next, please, Spirit? Pile 2 singles. I don't know. I'm feeling called to shuffle one more time. Sorry. Sometimes that happens. Pile 2 singles. Oh, this is cute. This is cute. This is pretty cute. Okay, this is cute. All right, so we have get out of bed. Using sleep as an escape from reality is only a temporary fix. You're a fighter. Look at everything you've overcome. Don't give up now. This is the Nine of Wands. You're a fighter. You are like literally the bandage here. Like you were the wounded warrior. You are the fighter. Don't give up. Okay, this even like with the pills here makes me kind of feel like taking something to fall asleep. Yeah, so just sort of like, I'm tired of being disappointed. I'm tired of fighting. I just want to lay down, sleep, daydream, escape. I don't want to like get out of bed. I just want to lay in bed and like watch TV or read or just sleep and cuddle with my pet. Like I'm tired. I don't want to deal with the reality of my life as it exists now. And Spirit is saying, like, get out of bed, like, get yourself out there. Even if you don't feel like it, just leave your house. Like, if you want to meet this person, like, you've got to leave your house. Like, they're not going to come knocking on your door. Like, you've got to actually leave your house. Like, that's the message that's coming through. I'm sorry. But it's kind of cute, right? How well these line up together. And then we have taking you for a ride. Careful not to be taken for a ride and waste your time chasing lies. Take control of your love life and realize you're good enough to deserve better. I love this because it feels like you're riding away from this, right? Like, there's a lot here about movement, right? Get out of your bed, get out of your house, move in a better direction, but move. Like, you know, like, let the past be the past. Don't repeat that same cycle. And don't chase after people who are not good for you, who are not willing to make an effort, people who, say the right thing but never do the right thing, people who make you feel less than, people who make you feel like you're not good enough, people who make you feel like you're hard to love. You are not hard to love, okay? War Song Shires, for women who are difficult to love. It's a spoken word poem. You can look it up on YouTube. But those lines were coming through my mind, so maybe take a moment after you watch this video and go check it out. I highly recommend it. She was the poet who worked with Beyonce on Lemonade, and maybe it's just the yellow here that also made me think of that. This even kind of looks a little bit like a lemon, like the back of the moped. I don't know. Maybe you need to listen to Beyonce's Lemonade too, because maybe like that Nine of Wands, like maybe you've been cheated on in the past, you've been lied to, you've been taken for granted. Like, listen to that album, listen to that poem. Get yourself out there again. Like, don't backslide into those old patterns, I think is what the universe is really trying to say there. Yeah, you are literally like lemons to lemonade. All right, let's see here. And the King of Pentacles is a great partner. I mean, that's someone who is really mature, really mature. All right, so pile 2. Too many cards are flipping over. Pile 2 singles. Pile 2 singles. What is next in love? What is next in love for my pile 2 singles? A whole bunch of cards like fell in my lap, so didn't want to take all of those. We'll get one more card. Pile 2 singles. Pile 2. Okay. So we've got psychic connection. There is a strong psychic connection between you and this person. He or she thinks exactly the same as you. Your intuition is telling you the right thing about this situation and this person. We have alone time. Spending some time alone and apart keeps a relationship interesting and balanced. This card could also indicate time apart and being single. Literally it says hermit mode, so that's Virgo energy. And then we have I still love you, one more try. Give your relationship another chance. This card is a sign that a connection is not over and that both parties still have a path to go together. It is worth fighting for this love. Interesting. Very interesting. It's funny because typically, and this is why like you pull multiple oracle cards and you see the story that the tarot is telling, like that's why it's always good to use more than one deck is what I'm trying to say, because if we had just pulled this card, it would seem like you were meant to get back together with an ex, right? But in the context of this Nine of Wands, this taking you for a ride card, and this one more try, for the majority of you, this is what your ex or maybe someone in the past that you had a situationship with, they're trying to come back in and get another try with you. And they're saying all the right things, right? They're saying like, I still love you, I still care about you. They're telling you everything you want to hear, but they're taking you for a ride. It's the same lie, it's the same spiel. Nothing has changed in their behavior. For whatever reason, maybe there's like some sort of karmic like connection or energetic tie there, but they are just not wanting to let you go, but it's for their own selfish ego reasons. It's not because they genuinely love you and want to be with you. So they're just telling you everything that you want to hear. Again, that may not be a message for all of you, but I do feel like for the majority of you, even if they haven't spoken up yet, there's this energy here of like people in the past or one person from the past is trying to get back with you now. And it's because you're doing you. Like, you're spending some time alone. You are getting out, I think, of this funk that you've been in. And it's like the minute you start to do better for yourself and put yourself out there again, it's like people from the past come back and try to drag you back down. Like the minute you start doing well and you're like living in your energy and you're glowing, it's like people are now attracted to that light again, the sun. They're attracted to the sun, and they're trying to drain you of that good energy that you're having. And so you have to say no. And so in saying no, you attract what you do deserve, which is that King of Pentacles. So by saying no to the breadcrumbs, saying no to the scraps, you then invite in a love that you actually deserve, a love that is worthy of your attention. And you are already psychically connected to that King of Pentacles. That's the person to hold out for, okay? And so if that means being alone for a while you're waiting for that King of Pentacles to come in, that's just what it is. I mean, that is, for whatever reason, maybe you're ready and they're not quite ready yet, that King of Pentacles, but you don't know what's going on in their life, right? So just wait for the person who is worthy of your attention and your love, the person who's willing to match your effort. The King of Pentacles is someone who puts in a lot of effort into everything that they do, everything. And they're not someone that's going to rush you. The King of Pentacles is someone that you can build with. So this is someone that you can build a solid, stable foundation with. Remember when I said marriage could be a possibility? I mean, yeah, it's the King of Pentacles. Okay, let's get some love story oracle cards for you. Pile 2. Now, if you're watching this and you really are wanting to get back together with an ex, you can give it one more try. Like, green light, go, give it one more try. But understand the risk and understand who you could be turning away in the process, right? Because by saying yes to an ex, you're saying no to whoever this future potential partner is, that King of Pentacles. That's who you're saying no to. But you have free will, right? So it's up to you. All right, pile 2. What is next for my pile 2 singles in love, please, Spirit? What is next for my pile 2 singles in love? Balance, balance. Someone who is going to match your efforts. Balance, someone who's willing to meet you halfway, someone who is willing to compromise. Someone who is willing to compromise. And I would say too, I feel like this is the energy that this person will bring into your life. That King of Pentacles is very grounding, very stabilizing energy. If you are feeling really out of balance, really down, like things just feel really chaotic and unstable, the King of Pentacles comes in and he just grounds everything, makes everything feel very manageable. The sort of person you can talk to who will say like, okay, let me help you solve this. How can we break this down? How can we manage all these moving parts and create like actionable steps towards your goals? Like, how can I help you? How can I, the King of Pentacles sort of has this energy of like taking care of you, but not in a way where you feel disempowered, right? In a way where they help you to help yourself kind of energy. So I love that. That's beautiful. And then with Spy, I really feel like this is saying that like when you get into that sun energy, when you go through that glow up, because I do feel like you're due for a glow up, that's when other people notice. And so you're going to be attracting a lot of attention. There's going to be multiple people coming forward, and either, this isn't just romantic, okay? It could be like past friends or just people in general noticing you more, and that's where the Spy card comes in. They're going to be noticing you on social media. You're going to be attracting more attention. Now, for those of you who are like, I'm not on social media at all, to me, this then signals that you catch someone's attention, and that it's sort of like they notice you from across like a crowded room, that kind of thing. You're just out and about doing your errands, doing your own thing, and that's how you meet this King of Pentacles. Maybe that's why you got the message of get out of your house, because you're just going to meet this person while you're like shopping for groceries or you're, like leaving the hair salon, something like that. So could just be that you just catch someone's attention and they like can't help but stare at you. They can't help but look at you. They can't take their eyes off of you. That kind of energy is coming through. All right, so I'm not going to pull zodiac cards for you guys because you got the King of Pentacles, which tells me, again, Capricorn, Virgo, and Taurus are likely options for you. So I don't really feel like we need to do zodiac cards. But let's get some months of the year for when that King of Pentacles could come in for you guys. King of Pentacles, when can pile 2 expect to meet the King of Pentacles? Okay, so we have February, August, and November. Now, because you guys got the get out of your bed card, I think you guys can speed this up. All right, so if none of these options seem like soon enough for you, I think the faster you become more sociable and you get out of your house and you focus on you and you're in that sort of glow up phase, that's when you're going to meet this person. So this is kind of like the ball's in your court. Like, if you would hurry up and get out of this funk that you're in, you would attract that King of Pentacles a lot sooner. Or if you would cut the ties emotionally or physically with those past people who are telling you lies and who really aren't worth your energy, again, like, you would manifest that King of Pentacles a lot sooner. So I think the ball is really in your court, but these are possibilities for when you could meet that King of Pentacles. All right, so let's end your reading with your oracle card. So we have the Rose Thread, Inner Call, Soul Led, the Mystic, Living Courageously. Sorry, stumbling on my words because I'm so excited for you all. The Rose Thread makes me feel like it's talking about the red thread of fate with soulmates. So pile 1 also got a lot of soulmate cards. With you all, I do feel like this is that similar energy of a divine union, okay? I do feel like there's an element here of a soulmate connection, and that could be why we also got possibility here for marriage, right? So this could be like the one. That King of Pentacles could be the one. This also makes me think, though, when you start to focus on your own soul's purpose and you're sort of really in that energy of like doing you and just doing things that make you feel happy, that make you feel fulfilled, you're in that sort of like Leo confident energy. You did get the sun initially, right? So I feel like if you could embody that Leo energy, be sociable, be creative, do things that make your soul feel happy, be optimistic, try to see the glass half full, that kind of energy, be generous to others, express gratitude, be brave, be bold. That will help you align with that King of Pentacles so much faster, so much faster. All right, so pile 2, this was your reading. I hope that it resonated. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you always know when I upload. Let me know if you like these singles readings. This is the first one I've ever done on my channel that I can recall. So yeah, let me know if you want to see more readings like this. I'm happy to make more, and I will see you in my next one. Take care, pile 2. All right, on my pile 3s, if you chose the Blueberry Cat, welcome to your reading. We're actually going to look at this at the very end, so we'll save that oracle card. We're going to use the Pastel Journey Tarot today. I just got it, and I'm so excited to be using it. This is the first video I'm filming with this deck, so I'm very excited. I highly recommend it. You've probably already seen it all over YouTube, but it's worth it. This may be my favorite deck now. I've been telling the other 2 groups too. I love this deck. Okay, so pile 3, singles. What is next for you in love? Pile 3. And a big thank you to my guides and your guides for coordinating these messages. Pile 3, what can you expect next in love? And if you skipped the intro, don't worry, we are going to be getting some time frames too. Because everyone is different, right? This is what's next in love. It doesn't mean it will happen next week, right? All right, pile 3. Pile 3, what is next in love? Pile 3, singles. What can you expect next in love? I love that your reading started with a court card. Pile 2 was the same, but just with a different card. Because to me, it's like, oh, this is who's coming forward next in love for you right off the bat. This is who you can expect. Like, I love that. And I love that it's a king and not a page. That's a good sign. Okay. So, the 10 of Pentacles. All right, bottom of the deck here, we have the Knight of Wands. And I will say, I think it was the Knight of Swords that also flipped over on top of the 10 of Pentacles, but the 10 of Pentacles came out first. And I feel like just seeing these two cards as the bottom of the deck for the Knight of Wands and having this flip over, two things. I feel like this is saying you're going to be attracting multiple people and you're going to have multiple love offers. But I feel like this could also be saying with this Knight of Wands, you are feeling more confident, more adventurous, more willing to be open to new experiences. And that could also be what is attracting other people to you, because it's that confidence, that warmth that really draws people in. Like, fire signs are very attractive in that way because people are drawn to the heat. They're drawn to the fire. They're drawn to the passion, right? It's a very romantic energy. So take whichever message resonates. Feel free to claim both, because I do think for many of you it could be both. All right, so this is what's important though. We have the King of Swords, the Six of Cups, and the 10 of Pentacles. This is looking beautiful, pile 3. So the King of Swords, this is Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius energy. So you have a divine masculine who's going to be stepping towards you with air sign energy, okay? So this is someone who's going to be very direct, very open, very truthful, honest, to the point, someone who's very articulate, someone who honestly has a little bit of boss energy. And you can see even with like his facial expression here, and again, like we're talking about energy, we're not talking about gender, but with the energy of the King of Swords, they can seem a bit intimidating, right? Like they can kind of have that like, they kind of seem a little bit grumpy sometimes. I'm thinking of the book, The Love Hypothesis. If you guys haven't read that, I recommend it. I don't read a lot of romance novels, but when I do, I like a good rom-com, and I like an enemies to lovers book, which that is. So it could be that this person comes in and maybe you're not initially attracted to them, or you're not initially drawn to them because they seem like a little bit mean, like they seem a bit intimidating. Maybe they seem just, you know, they're not like warm and fuzzy, right? Like maybe the King of Cups would be, right? This is the King of Swords. So, but this person is very giving and very kind-hearted because we have the Six of Cups right next to it. So this is someone who's very giving and very sweet in love, but I feel like they don't come off that way, right? Like they come off as maybe a bit intimidating. And I think with the 10 of Pentacles, they have to be that way because of their job. Okay, I feel like they are in some sort of management position, or maybe they own their own business, but there's something about them where they have to be a leader and they have to command respect, and they can't be overly, they can't be a pushover, right? Like they work in an industry where you have to be tough and you have to have your employees respect you, your coworkers respect you. You can't look weak. And so I feel like, you know, professionally, they have to be in that energy. So maybe you do meet them through work. But I think in their personal life, in love, it's going to surprise you how sweet and how kind-hearted and how giving they are. And honestly, how intuitive they are about what your needs are. And, you know, their willingness to give that to you. I think that's going to be kind of a bit shocking to you. I think it's sort of like they're really tough on the outside, but they're so sweet and soft on the inside, and I feel like you're not expecting that from this person. So maybe you are slower to warm up to them when you first meet them. With the Ten of Pentacles, they're very financially successful, very stable energy. And I think that's part of that givingness too. There's someone who's gonna spoil you with gifts, that kind of thing. They're gonna use that as a means to win you over, but that's not all that it is, because they are very emotionally giving with that Six of Cups. They are very intuitive. And I think it's gonna be a really nice change of pace. With the Six of Cups too, I do think of like childhood nostalgia. I do think of past life connections, so that could also be an element here of that. Like they make you feel like sort of like Katy Perry's Teenage Dream. That's the energy of this connection. Like it starts off as like a slow burn, but I think that once you actually get into a relationship with them, or you start to date them, you start to get to know this softer side to them, it feels like a teenage dream, okay? It feels like young love. It's very passionate. I'm kind of thinking of Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker from Blink-182. I believe that's his last name. But they are like all over each other, right? They act like teenagers. Like you don't have to watch Keeping Up with the Kardashians. I don't. But they're everywhere. Like they're everywhere. And so I did hear about her ex Scott saying like even in the middle of Italy they're making out. He had no right to say that, but it's kind of like that vibe. Even in the middle of Italy, you guys would be making out with each other. There's just this like young love, like they just make you sort of forget yourself and you fall head over heels, and it's very sweet but also very passionate, you know. And it's that nice element of like, you know, it's so sweet and honest how much you love each other, and yet there's also this passion that comes forth. And they're probably, given that it's the King of Swords, you're probably going to have really great talks with this person. Like there's going to be that fun, witty banter back and forth, but then there's also going to be like deep philosophical talks, and then you can chat with them about stupid pop culture things like we were just referencing. So it's like you get everything. You get the best of like all of it. And then with the Ten of Pentacles, this is someone that is financially stable, is secure, is in a mature energy, and someone that you can build a future with if you're interested in that. Okay, let's see what else we've got for pile 3. This is looking absolutely wonderful for pile 3s. This makes me feel good because every time, well, when you do a love reading, there's always this like, oh, I hope they get some good positive messages. I hope no one's coming in to try to break their heart, which, I mean, you guys did have those multiple love offers. So I would say, like, if there are multiple people coming forward, look out for that King of Swords, because that's going to be the one. Maybe some of those knights that are coming in, they are not going to be as stable as this King of Swords. They're not going to be as mature. And so they would not be the offers to take if you want that Ten of Pentacles, Six of Cups kind of love, okay? Pile 3. What's next in love? Pile 3. What is next in love? Pile 3. Pile 3, what is next in love? I'm just feeling called to get one more card for you guys, so I will. Pile 3. Pile 3. Ooh. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. Let's see. We've got it's okay. Pain is part of growing. Don't numb the pain. It's okay to allow yourself to feel your emotions so you can start your healing journey. We've got shaky ground. If you doubt yourself, the foundation may be unstable or questionable and likely to break down. It's time to evaluate the relationship. And we've got false cravings. Don't let it get out of control. Emotional eating will not help you make peace with your internal distress. Heal your triggers. And I know this is talking about food, but every single person has some sort of vice or some sort of maladaptive coping skill, right? So for some people it could be you online shop and you spend too much money when you're feeling sad, or for some of you maybe you partake in a certain substance, and that's unhealthy. Maybe for some of you, you want to sit down and eat Ben and Jerry's until you're sick. You know, like it can vary, right? So whatever, this doesn't necessarily have to be food, but whatever it is that you do to sort of numb that pain emotionally, whatever you indulge in to a point to where it's unhealthy, because there's nothing wrong with like eating a cupcake, right? But if you do it to a point to where it's unhealthy and to avoid feeling what you're feeling, that's when it becomes problematic, right? So I feel like for a lot of you, this is sort of like where you're at. I feel like for some of you, you could still be in a relationship where you feel stuck, and you feel like you're in a relationship where like I have a boyfriend or a girlfriend, but it's just a title. Like I don't actually feel like I have a relationship anymore. It's broken down that much. It's just someone needs to break it off, and neither one of us has done it yet. So that could be a current situation for some of you watching. Others of you are just really in your heartbreak right now. Like you have been through it. You are really, really going through it right now. Yeah. Because there's nothing to me that signals that this person would break your heart. Like nothing about anything, any of the messages we have gotten. So I feel like this is your current energy, or maybe for some of you, you've healed some of this, but you haven't fully reconciled everything and you still have some more work to do. But I want to say, like, I'm so sorry that you've had to go through this, but I do feel like what you've been through has been preparing you and helping you see, well, this is what I do want and this is what I don't want. This is what I'm willing to accept, and this is what I will not tolerate, you know, that sort of thing. Yeah, I feel like all of this has been teaching you how to feel, teaching you how to manage your emotions in a healthy way, how to integrate your shadow, you know, how to establish and hold boundaries, how to respect yourself. That's what's coming through. Let's get some more information about what's next for you in love. I wonder too if this is sort of signaling a need for patience. Because maybe you I kind of get this feeling like maybe you get so caught up in a moment and your emotions tend to overwhelm you, and so you repress them so you don't have to feel it. And then by repressing it, it just makes it come up even more later and it overwhelms you even further. So maybe that is part of it, like taking it slow and taking your time. When this King of Swords comes in, take your time with it and really be discerning, because you had that Nine of Wands, you had that Knight of Swords, and you have the King of Swords. You want to be able to identify who is the King of Swords. Like you don't want to get so caught up in a moment where you mistake that Knight of Swords for your King of Swords, right? Like you don't want to fall back into old patterns of dating people who hurt you or who you don't have like a stable foundation with, because that King of Swords, Ten of Pentacles, is as stable as a foundation as you can get. So like that's what you're meant to hold out for. And I think too, there's sort of this element that like maybe that King of Swords is not your typical type, and so there's a need here to maybe alter your expectations, or understand that like what you typically are attracted to is actually maybe harmful to you in some ways. Okay, pile 3. What is next for pile 3? Singles and love. Oh my gosh. Okay, literally, what was I just saying about taking it slow? And then Spirit is like, yes, take it slow. So it says, slow and steady wins the race. Don't rush into this connection and situation. Take your time to get to know each other. Let this connection unfold how it's meant to be. Don't push anything. I will say this. This King of Swords is not someone that you can rush into anything. Like if you tried to pressure this King of Swords and try to force them to move at your pace without respecting their boundaries. Like if you were trying to push that you guys would move into each other, or you were really upset that they didn't say I love you when you thought they should say I love you, doesn't mean that love isn't there, but you have to respect their boundaries and their pace because they're respecting you, okay? So, and I feel like also because the King of Swords is more reserved, and you do have to get through that hard outer shell to get to that softer inner, like Six of Cups side to them. You could get in your head, get in your feelings, and start to feel like they aren't reciprocating your feelings, and then that could be when you push them faster than what they're comfortable with. And so it's just sort of a message to handle this person with care because you don't know what they've been through, and be kind to them. Be kind to them, you know, offer them some kindness as well. Like if you want them to respect your boundaries, and they are, then you have to respect theirs. And not everything can be on your timeline, okay? And this is really protective of you as well. With rigid, this to me is talking about them. So it says there are invisible walls around you preventing love to come in. In order to experience love, you need to open yourself up and let your guard down. If you resonate with this message, then take that advice for yourself. But I do feel like that's them. Like I do feel like you're going to have to be a bit patient with them because I do feel like they have that King of Swords, like reserved, I have to be tough, you know, like I have to be in control of myself. They're very type A. And so I feel like you have to be a bit sensitive to that. Because when they do open up, it's going to be so beautiful and so sweet and so loving. And you're going to be like, oh my gosh, I didn't know that you felt that way about me. Like I had no idea. It's going to be sort of this aha kind of moment between you two. Because I think part of it too is that maybe they've been through a lot of hurt in their past, and they would rather build a friendship with you first. So if that's the case, I would say, like, be willing to wait it out. Like, don't say yes to one of those nights because the King of Swords wants to be friends with you first. Like, or, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying, like, you have to wait around years and years for this person, but they're not maybe gonna ask you out the first time you meet them, you know? Like, it may take them a couple weeks or a couple months to feel like they can truly open up to you, to where they feel like they can truly trust you and be vulnerable to you. And I think this person is worth the wait, because I do feel like this is a lot of potential here for a long-term connection. So yes. And it says, a new door to love will soon open for you. New love for you is on the way. This can also be a new phase in a relationship. Enjoy the excitement. I'm pretty sure that every single group has gotten this, and it was probably meant for a reason that you were drawn to this singles reading today. So new love is coming in. New love is coming in from that King of Swords. It's just asking you to be patient. All right, let's get some love story oracle cards. What is coming next for pile 3 in love? And honestly, when you take it slow and you build that solid foundation, the relationship is a lot more sustainable, right? Because you have built real trust. Pile 3. What is next for pile 3 singles in love, please, Spirit? What is coming next for pile 3 singles in love? Pile 3 singles in love, please, Spirit. Okay. Let's actually, I again want to get one more card for you. Pile 3. Okay, so we have fear, confusion, and we have forgiveness. So I do feel like for some of you, it could be that maybe you had a false start with this King of Swords, and you have some time apart, and you're really confused about the situation, and they come back into your life, because it does say a new phase in a relationship. So it could be that this is a person from the past who comes back. You're confused initially. You're afraid, like what if the past repeats itself, and then you forgive them and everything really falls into place and you have a beautiful new connection with this past person. Now for others of you, I feel like it's more so saying, and again, just take whichever resonates, because I want to say everything that's coming to me, because I know this is a general reading and all of you have different situations. So for others of you, you meet this King of Swords, again, like they're intimidating. There's something about them that may make them seem a bit grumpy, a bit off-putting, like you're not sure how they feel about you. Again, like that Love Hypothesis book, highly recommend it. But that sort of vibe. So you're confused and you don't know exactly how you feel, like you're attracted to them, but it doesn't really seem like they're that, there's not a lot of warmth coming from that King of Swords, let's just say that. And so then as you get to know them, you start to develop feelings for them, and you're like, there's that fear, you know, because you don't feel like it's reciprocated. They're acting very cold towards you. They're not showing you what's behind that mask, okay? They're not showing you everything that they're feeling for you. And so you feel like this is unrequited love, all right? This is just a crush. It's never going to go anywhere. And finally, when you develop a friendship with them and they open up to you, there may be a period of like, seriously? Like, why did it take them so long to open up to me? Like, why didn't they tell me this before? Maybe you even start talking to the Knight of Wands or the Knight of Swords because you get tired of waiting around for this person. And you have to forgive them. You have to forgive them for taking so long to open up and to state how they truly feel about you. And that's where that forgiveness comes in. So could be that it takes a minute for this to unfold, but when it does, it's worth it. So that's another possibility for how this could happen. All right, let's get some months for when you could be meeting this King of Swords, or if you already feel like you know them, when they could be returning to you. Pile 3, we've got September, May, pile 3, and October. We've got April. I'm getting more months for you all. I'm gonna get this additional month. Bottom of the deck we have July. I'm getting more months for you because if there is a possibility that there's like a false start in the connection, I want to give you multiple options. So I would say these are the possibilities for when you could first encounter them. If you feel like you already met them, or you do feel like that false start could be a message that's resonating, this could be like when they return to you, okay? Which makes a lot of sense. Like if you meet them at the end of the month, but then you have that false start and they return like in the next year, that could be a possibility, but just take whatever resonates. So like if October is really calling to you, then that could be your message, okay? So let's end your reading with your oracle card. So we have the second bloom, a second chance, it is never too late, new possibilities. Stop it, oh my gosh. Okay. All right, so yes, a false start or a person from the past, either one, like either you haven't met this person yet and there's some sort of false start in the connection, or they are someone from your past who is returning. Wow, okay, yes. That lines up so well. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, I wasn't expecting that. That really just sent me for a loop there. Okay, pile 3. And this was your reading. Please like, comment, share, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you always know when I upload. Comment down below if you chose pile 3. And if you would like to see more singles love readings, this is my first one, I believe, that I'm posting on this channel. So if you like these readings, let me know. I'm happy to make more. I love doing love readings. And I will see you guys in my next one. Take care, pile 3.